Good morning, students. Jai Swaminarayan. Welcome back to Atmi Green School, Jhareshwar Bharuch. My name is Swati Sharma and it's class 8 maths and our chapter is comparing quantity. Students, you all are know our chapter, this chapter comparing quantity is completed yesterday. Okay, yesterday we complete this chapter and I hope you are all are completed all the question of exercise 8.3 in your notebook. Okay, let's take short revision and then we go for next chapter. Okay, so in this chapter what we learn, okay, you have to understand what we learn in this chapter. Okay, so first of all we learn about ratio. What is ratio? When we compare any quantity by division, then we say it's a ratio. Okay, and we know what is the sign of ratio, and then we learn about equivalent ratio. What is equivalent ratio and how to find the equivalent ratio? Okay, and then we learn about some more term, and we learn about ratio. A ratio has no unit, and when we compare for a ratio to be used for comparing two measures, the measure need to be represented in the same unit, and if the antecedent become the consequent, then the meaning of the ratio is reversed. Okay, and in a set of three terms, when the ratio between the first and the second term is equal to the ratio between the second and the third term, so proportion is known as a continuous proportion. Okay, so we learn so many things about ratio in this chapter. Okay, student, and also and then we learn about percentage meaning out of 100, and we learn about profit and loss. The money paid by a person or a shopkeeper to buy goods is called the cost price, which is denoted by CP. Okay, CP means cost price. Okay, in other words, the amount paid to the purchase an article is called its cost price. Okay, understand? Then the price at which the person or shopkeeper sell the goods is called the selling price. Okay, now when the SP, selling price we denoted by SP. Okay, SP means selling price, CP means cost price, and what do you mean by MP? MP means market price. Okay, when the SP is greater than the CP, then there is always a profit. Means when the SP means selling price is greater than the cost price, then we get always profit. Okay, and when the CP is greater than the selling price, CP means cost price is greater than the selling price, then there is always loss. Okay, so what is the formula for profit? Profit is equal to SP minus CP, and what is the formula for loss? Loss is equal to CP minus SP. Okay, जो भी बड़ा होगा उसमें से आप छोटे नंबर को सब्सट्रैक्ट करेंगे. ओके, एंड देन वी लर्न हाउ टू फाइंड profit percentage or loss percentage. Okay, so profit percentage we have to find profit percentage is equal to profit into 100 upon CP. Okay, profit percentage and loss percentage is always find on cost price. Okay, loss percentage is equal to loss into 100 upon CP. Okay, understand? And to find SP when means selling price, when cost price and profit or loss percentage are given, we use the following formula. Which formula we use? SP is equal to 100 plus profit percent upon 100 into CP, and when loss percentage is given, then we use SP is equal to 100 minus loss percent upon 100 into CP. Okay, understand? So these are main way we find the profit percentage and loss percentage. Okay, and if CP is CP. If we want to find CP, when SP and profit or loss percent are given, we use the following formula. CP is equal to 100 upon 100 plus profit percent into SP, and CP is equal to 100 upon 100 minus loss percent into SP. Okay, understand? If an article is purchased for some amount and there are some additional expenses or on transportation, labor, commission, etc., there are to be included in the cost price. Okay, such expenses are called overhead expenses or overhead charges. Okay, understand? Market price minus discount is equal to selling price. Okay, market price minus discount is equal to selling price. Discount is usually expressed as a certain percent of MP. MP means market price. Okay, so discount percentage is equal to actual discount upon market price into 100. Okay, this way you have to find the actual discount. Okay, so discount percentage is equal to actual discount upon market price into 100. Okay, understand? And then we learn about some compound interest. Okay, what do you mean by compound interest? And we also find increase percentage and decrease percentage also. Okay, what is the formula for increase percentage? Increase in amount is equal in percentage increase is equal to increase in amount upon original amount into 100. Okay, and decrease percentage is equal to decrease in amount upon original amount into 100. Okay, understand? So this way we find increase in amount and decrease in amount. Okay, and then what is the formula to find how to convert any number into percentage and percentage into any number. Okay, we know how to convert, and suppose x percent, if there is given x percentage, what is the meaning of this? X upon 100. Okay, understand? So, and how to convert decimal into percentage and percentage into decimal, how to convert fraction into percentage and percentage into fraction. Okay, we know the we know the method. Okay, understand? Now in this chapter we learn about compound interest also. Okay, simple interest and compound interest, and so to know about compound interest and simple interest, first of all you have to know some terms. What is the terms? That is cost price. CP is the price at which an item is purchased. What is market price? MP is the price printed on the item. What do you mean by discount? Discount is the reduction given on the market price by a shopkeeper. Selling price or the net price is the price payable after reducing the discount from the market. Okay, and discount is equal to market price minus selling price. Rate of discount percent means discount upon MP into MP means market price into 100. Discount is always on market price. Okay, remember this thing. If there is no discount then MP is equal to SP. अगर कोई discount नहीं है so जो market price है that is your selling price. Okay, market price is equal to 100 into selling price upon 100 minus discount percent. Okay, and selling price you have to find. Selling price is equal to market price into 100 minus discount percent upon 100. Okay, understand? So this way you find the selling price and market price. Okay, now what do you mean by simple interest and what do you mean by compound interest? So before you know about simple interest and compound interest, you have to know about tax. There is so many tax, direct tax and indirect tax. Direct tax collected in the form of income tax, wealth tax, professional tax, etc. The indirect tax is collected in the form of excise tax, sales tax, value added tax, service tax, etc. Okay, understand? So what is income tax? This is the most important source of income for the government. This is the most important source of the government, which every citizen who is earning more than a minimum, जो भी आपका मिनिमम उस कंट्री का सैलरी पैकेज है उससे अगर आप ज़्यादा अर्न करते हैं तो आपको यू हैव टू पे द टैक्स. ओके, दैट इज कॉल्ड इनकम टैक्स. ओके, नाउ what is excise tax? This is the tax levied on some item which are manufactured in a country. Okay, the tax level depend upon the type of product that is manufactured. Just that is example, the excise tax for item like cigarette, alcohol, etc. is very high compared to the product of daily necessity for the common man. This tax is collected by the central government. Okay, excise tax is collected by the central government. What is service tax? Service tax is when you get your telephone bill, you will find it in टेलीफोन बिल हो गया, वाटर बिल हो गया, ओके, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल हो गया, डेट इज व्हेन देन वी हैव टू पे सर्विस टैक्स. ओके, नाउ sales tax, value added tax, that is one more type of tax, that is VAT, and now the tax is called GST. Okay, understand? Okay student, so first of all we know what is simple interest. Okay, so some of when we borrow some money to the bank or when we deposit some money to the bank is when we deposit money to the bank, then bank is paid us to interest, and when we borrow the money to the bank, then we have to pay the interest to the bank. Okay, understand? Let us try to recall some of those important terms such as principal, time, rate of interest, simple interest and amount. Okay, so when you buy some money to the bank, so you have to pay some extra money because bank is give you money for, आपको जब ज़रूरत थी तब बैंक ने आपको पेमेंट किया, आपने उसे यूज़ किया, सो यू हैव टू पे सम अदर some extra money to the bank in the form of interest. Okay, अब वो इंटरेस्ट आपका डिपेंड करेगा टाइम पर, आपने कितने टाइम के लिए वो मनी को अपने पास रखा. ओके, सो प्रिंसिपल मीन्स जो मनी आपने बोरो किया है, रेट टाइम मीन्स कितने टाइम के लिए बोरो किया है, रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, रेट ऑफ सिंपल इंटरेस्ट और एंड अमाउंट व्हाट इज़ द अमाउंट. आपको लास्ट में सपोज आपने 1 ईयर के लिए कोई मनी बोरो किया है तो 1 ईयर के बाद आपको कितना पैसा बैंक को देना है, that is called amount. Okay, understand? So these are main terms, that is amount, principal and rate of interest and time period. Okay, these are main terms. What is amount? Amount is equal to principal plus interest. Okay, understand? And what do you mean by simple interest? The simple interest is, we can say that simple interest is equal to principal into time into rate upon 100, PRT upon 100. Okay, understand? Now see here, if we talk about additional expenses is always adding in CP. Okay, sales tax is charged on the sale of an item by the government and is added to the bill amount. Sales tax is equal to tax percent of bill amount. Okay, GST stand for goods and service tax and is levied on supply of good or service or both. Okay, now how to find the simple interest? Formula for simple interest is principal into time into rate upon 100. So you find the simple interest. Okay, understand student? Now principal, what is the principal? The money borrow on or lent out is called the principal amount. Okay, understand? Now interest, the additional money paid to the borrower is in term of some percentage of the principal is called the interest. Okay, understand? Now what is the amount? Amount is the total money interest per principal paid to the borrower is called the amount. Okay, what do you mean by rate of interest? Rate of interest, the interest paid yearly per annum on every rupees 100 is called the rate percentage. Okay, now time, the time period for which the sum is borrowed is called the time. Okay, now simple interest, if the principal remain the same throughout the loan period, then the interest paid by the borrower is called the simple interest. Okay, and what is the formula to find the simple interest? PRT upon 100. What is P? P is principal, R is rate of interest and T is time period. Okay, understand? So this is the formula to find the simple interest. Okay, now if we talk about compound interest, so what is the compound interest? In the case of simple interest, the amount of amount of interest earned in the same year every year compound, or in compound interest is different from simple interest. In the case of compound interest, the interest added to the principal also attract interest. Okay, जो इंटरेस्ट आपने फर्स्ट ईयर पे किया है आपको वो प्लस कर लेना है अमाउंट में. ओके, प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट में उसे प्लस करके वो आपका सेकेंड ईयर का प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट हो जाएगा. ओके, सपोज आपने 100 रुपीज़ किसी से बोरो किए हैं, आपने 1 ईयर तक उसे यूज़ किया उस 100 रुपीज़ को, तो 10% के हिसाब से अगर उसने आपको इंटरेस्ट कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट अगर दिया है तो 1 ईयर के बाद में वो कितना हो जाएगा? 110, मतलब 10 रुपीज़ पर 100 रुपीज़ पर. ओके, सो योर अमाउंट विल बी, नाउ योर प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट विल बी, सेकेंड ईयर के लिए वो हो जाएगा 110. सो जब आप सेकेंड ईयर के लिए आप इंटरेस्ट पे करेंगे तो वो 10% 110 पर होगा. 100 रुपीज़ का 10% वी नो व्हाट इज़ द 10% ऑफ 100 रुपीज़, सॉरी 10% ऑफ 100 रुपीज़, सो इट बिकम 10 अपॉन 100 इंटू 100. सो 100 से 100 कट जाएगा, डेट इज़ 10 रुपीज़. सो 100 प्लस 10 मीन्स 110 इज़ योर प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट फॉर नेक्स्ट ईयर, सेकेंड ईयर के लिए. तो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? 10% ऑफ 110, सेकेंड ईयर के लिए आपका 10% ऑफ 110 काउंट होगा. ओके, अंडरस्टैंड? दिस इज कॉल्ड कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट. सो in the case of compound interest, the interest added to the principal also attract interest. Okay, if you invest money in building society or saving bank account and do not spend this interest, your money will increase by larger amount each year if the interest rate remain the same. Okay, the kind of interest is called compound interest. The sum on which the interest is calculated, it is called the principal and changes every year. Okay, this principal is changes every year. Okay, understand? So what is the important tip and what is the formula to find the compound interest? So when we want to find the compound interest, first of all we have to remember something. SI and CI are equal for first year प्रोवाइड द इंटरेस्ट आर कैलकुलेटेड ईयरली. ओके, अगर हम SI और CI की बात करें तो फर्स्ट ईयर के लिए सिंपल इंटरेस्ट एंड कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट दोनों ही सेम रहेंगे. इन द केस ऑफ कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट वी हैव द अमाउंट एट द एंड ऑफ फर्स्ट ईयर बिकम द प्रिंसिपल फॉर द सेकेंड ईयर. जो अमाउंट है वो सेकेंड ईयर के लिए क्या हो जाएगा, प्रिंसिपल बन जाएगा. ओके, द अमाउंट ऑफ द एंड ऑफ द सेकेंड ईयर बिकम द प्रिंसिपल फॉर द थर्ड ईयर एंड सो ऑन. So the total compound interest is equal to the sum of interest for all the years the money remain with the borrower. जितने भी साल मनी borrower के पास रहेगी वो उतना क्या होगा, मनी इंक्रीज होती जाएगी. ओके, अंडरस्टैंड. नाउ कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट इज द इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेटेड ऑन द प्रीवियस ईयर अमाउंट, मीन्स ए इज इक्वल टू पी प्लस आई. जो भी आपने इंटरेस्ट प्रीवियस ईयर दिया है वो उसमें क्या हो जाएगा बच्चों, ऐड हो जाएगा. ओके, अंडरस्टैंड. सो द फॉर्मूला फॉर कैलकुलेशन ऑफ अमाउंट इन सी आई इज ऑल्सो वेरी यूजफुल इन सॉल्विंग प्रॉब्लम रिलेटेड टू इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज पॉपुलेशन. आप इस फॉर्मूले को यूज़ कर सकते हैं इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज पॉपुलेशन के लिए भी. ओके, और ग्रोथ एंड डिप्रिसिएशन, and especially when the rate of growth or depreciation is remains same. Okay, if the conversion period is not mentioned it is taken to be as 1 year. Okay, आपको क्या लेना है, कन्वर्सेशन पीरियड अगर नहीं दिया है तो आपको क्या ले लेना है उसे 1. व्हाट इज़ द फॉर्मूला टू फाइंड अमाउंट? अमाउंट इज इक्वल टू p इंटू 1 प्लस r अपॉन 100 होल पावर n. P is principal, R is rate of interest and N is time period. Okay, and when interest is compounded annually. Okay, and when interest is compounded half yearly, your formula is amount is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 200 whole power 2n. Okay, R by 2 is the half yearly rate of interest. Okay, 2n number of half years. Okay, understand. So this way you find the compound interest. Okay, this is the main formula to find the compound interest. Okay student, so remember these main things and complete the chapter in your notebook. Okay, so today our chapter comparing quantity is over. Okay, understand. So have a good day.